Ladies and gentlemen, her name was Sweet Brown. She had no time for bronchitis. Here's the actual news story from Oklahoma 12 years ago.
Units were damaged and the entire complex may be without electricity for some time. Red Cross is assisting displaced families. One resident describes her horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
According to the apartment.
Oh, I love it so much. I forgot how much I love that.
Oh, it's so great.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So good.
Oh, and her name is Sweet Brown.
Sweet Brown.
That is her name. Oh. There you go.
Time for shoes.
Oh,
I ain't got time for that.
the best. Welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are. It's 8:04, and I thought we are right now on the TV. Are we, Zach?
That's correct. The Power Hour is live. KFAN.com/watch is where you can find it. It's all thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Hey, thanks, Quantum Fiber.
Yeah, thank you, Quantum Fiber, and thank you, Highlight with Deep Blue, local music on the Power Trip Morning Show. Dragan, we've been playing local artists on the Power Trip, getting some exposure for some folks out there. What kind of music you listen to?
I just listen to like a lot of Serbian music because like I'm big into my Serbian heritage. But usually I don't know, just whatever's in the locker room, maybe some rap. We've been listening to like a lot of like Katy Perry, Britney Spears, kind of like that 2010 music.
Is there a lot of Suburbian? What would you say?
Suburbian.
Yeah, Suburbian.
He listens to music from like Lakeville and Woodbury.
Yeah.
But is there a lot? Is there a lot to?
Yeah, I mean, I say there's a decent amount. Yeah.
Okay.
What does Serbian music sound like? What genre is it
I'd
closest
say
to?
like that pop. I guess. I mean, there's like
Poppy.
rap. There's like rap now, but like I don't really listen to like Serbian rap. I don't really think it's that good. But I kind of listen to just like old school music, like music my dad used to listen to, just like that old school.
Gotcha.
Cool. Let me, while I have a moment, if you don't mind, let me bring up a question I was going to ask you, because I read an article in The Athletic about you about maybe a month ago now. Can you tell us the story of your grandpa?
Yeah, so it's a kind of crazy story. Like I had to write a paper in high school about it, so like I interviewed my grandpa about it, just like how like our family came over to the U.S. and stuff like that. And I did not think this is the way it was going to go, but so it was my great grandpa. Or no, my great-great-grandpa, my dad's grandpa. So what is that? My great-grandpa.
Your great-grandpa.
Yeah, my great-grandpa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he was on it. I'll make a long story short. He was on his way. So they lived in a Serbian village in Croatia. So he would take like the train to work. And so like one day he was on the train, and then like the Croatian army like stopped the train, and then they pulled all the Serbs off the train and they took him to like a concentration camp. And then they like they threw him in a pit, and there's like water at the bottom, so like they would like end up drowning or whatever. And somehow, my grandpa says he hung onto a tree branch, but like I don't really know if that's true or not. But he got thrown in there, and he like held himself like out of the water, and then he climbed up out of the pit. Like once it turned dark, climbed up out of the pit, got into like the forest, and then like the Serbian army found him. They took him back. They like got him healthy again. He went and fought in Italy, came back, and then he said, "Yeah, we're getting out of here. We got to move the family." So then they moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And then my grandpa was born, and they moved back. And then my dad moved over there. And then in 1988, my dad moved back. And then once the war broke out, my grandparents moved back. They're on a tractor for like 7 days, moved back, and now my grandparents refuse to go back because they don't want to, because their house got hit by a bomb. So it's just
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible, man.
It was crazy.
Amazing.
And again, we all talk about the butterfly effect. That is a giant example of you sitting here with us right now.
Correct.
Because your great-grandpa was able to grab onto that branch, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think that little thing, if he doesn't do that, I'm not here. So it's just, I never take anything for granted.
Yeah, man. Yeah, missing a kick ain't that big a deal.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Well, we're glad you're here, man. That's something else.
Appreciate you having me.
You got to make a movie about your grandpa, man.
Hey, I told him that when I was interviewing that. I was like, "Hey, we got to find somebody who makes movies, and you can do that."
Right.
My grandpa doesn't speak the best English, so I don't know how that would go over.
So they moved.
Subtitle.
So they moved over in the mid 1990s.
Correct. Yeah. Once the war broke out over there.
But your great grandpa, that's not that long ago, man. We're not talking. I mean, that's Jeez Louise.
Yeah. My great grandpa was way before. I'm talking about my grandparents moved in there.
Yeah, right. Yes, I understand. But I'm saying even with that being the case.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You know?
So why Milwaukee? What was there?
It was known as just a big, what's the word? Like Bucyrus, which is now Caterpillar. Mm-hmm. What is that called?
Had some factory jobs?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, so it was a massive, industrial, is that the word?
Yeah, industrial. There you go. Okay, yeah.
Industrial place, and they settled in South Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and then now it's a big population of Serbs there. So I think it was just like the factory work and stuff like that.
So is that essentially his only regret?
Moving to South Milwaukee? I mean, I don't know. It's weird because now my grandpa and his 2 siblings live in South Milwaukee still, and then his sister lives all the way in California. So it's
slightly different cultures.
Slightly different.
Man, that is an incredible story.
What a story.
Yeah.
So he was surrounded by people who did not survive.
Correct, yeah.
Do you know if he was the only one that survived that pit that night, or how did that work?
I just know that he was him and his neighbor, they tied 2 people together, and him and his neighbor were tied together. And then when they threw him in, his neighbor fell into the water, and my great grandpa just held on for dear life. And yeah, he said everybody else who went to that pit didn't make it. Yeah.
Man.
So not to get in this whole long, we don't need a whole college course on this, but what was the big strife between the 2 countries and the 2 cultures?
So
why did they want to get rid of the Serbs?
At one time it was known as Yugoslavia, and then Yugoslavia started to break up, and then there's religious reasons and just different beliefs and stuff like that where they just weren't merging. And still to this day they really don't merge. So it's
and it's really over religion?
Yeah, religion and just land space and stuff like that.
So what is one side and what's the other?
Well, I just know Serbs are Serbian Orthodox, and then you got Albanians who are Muslims, and you got Croatians who some are I don't know, Christians maybe. I don't really know much about Croatians, but I just know Serbs are Serbian Orthodox, and we also have with Albania, they're Muslims and just all this other stuff where it's religion, land space, just things of that nature.
Yeah.
It's really crazy how stuff like that happens. You don't really think about that happening in the U.S., but those other countries like that.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah, you do never know, I guess. You do never know.
Wow.
Man.
What a story, man.
You're
thank
here.
You for that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that. That's something
Pretty
else.
crazy. All right.
All right, let's
talk some sports, shall we?
Yeah, sports.
KFAN 5 on the Power Trip. Presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Thanks, All Around Property Preservation. Appreciate it. The San Francisco 49ers won last night on Sunday Night Football, 30-24 over the Cowboys. Brock Purdy, 260 yards and a touchdown. Also ran for 56 and a touchdown. The main reason I bring that up, 56 yards, 38 more than Jordan Mason, who was Chris's player in the Charge Challenge. He had just 18 yards before leaving the game with injury.
But again, I didn't get to choose. I had the last pick again, and luckily for me, Zach didn't have a good week either.
Probably maybe a season saver for San Francisco. They're now 4-4. Dallas falls to 3-4. Ben.
Ooh, yeah. I think we all kind of love to see that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I watched most of the game yesterday, last night, and he's Brock Purdy. He just kind of does his thing. I mean, it's not sometimes the sexiest, but it is definitely game manager-ish. But you have to give credit to San Fran for just finding ways to win. I mean, you get Kittle more involved. He's making big plays, and that really, up until when Debo goes out, especially, it's who else you got? They don't have a lot of weapons. So what John Lynch has done and what Shanahan has done with all the injuries that they've had is pretty remarkable. And Purdy kind of talked about at the end of I think he was on with Van Pelt after the game, and Scott was just saying you guys typically start slow and you guys sort of pick it up, and they seem like they're gaining some momentum right now. And as they get everybody healthy, again, they're going to be one of the more dangerous teams in the NFC. But health is their biggest thing.
Is McCaffrey out for the rest of the season? What is it?
It sounds like he's coming back sometime soon.
They mentioned that after the game last
okay.
night. Yes, shouldn't say when. Yep.
Max, the Wolves, after that first confusing game against the Lakers where they didn't look like they were necessarily fully engaged, and Julius Randle didn't seem that interested. Now the last couple, he's been fantastic. The Wolves are 2-1. They host Dallas tomorrow. Dallas does play Utah tonight, so we're going to get Dallas on a back-to-back. But the Wolves beat Sacramento Thursday, and then mostly dominated Toronto Saturday in the home opener.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we needed to see from Julius over these last 2 games. Because, like we mentioned, it was his first day of work, and people calling him lazy. It's like, bro, you can't be lazy on your first day. And we need someone to fill that cat vacuum, because so much of the Wolves' offense last year came from Anthony Edwards and from Karl Anthony Towns. And Anthony Edwards mentioned it after that first game. He thought Julius was being a little too deferential. He said, you do your thing, we'll fit in around you. And it seems like Julius is getting a lot more comfortable. Obviously, Finchie knows his strengths. They played together he coached Julius down in New Orleans. So it's been awesome to see. In that game against the Raptors, that's Wolves basketball at its finest. There's 6 players in double digits when they're sharing the ball. When Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle can get going, that's when they're at their best. Unfortunately, the Dallas Mavericks look even better this year. Klay Thompson has seemingly turned back the clock after being just complete butt cheeks for the last couple of years. He's back to being Klay Thompson. The Mavericks only got better, but as you mentioned, they're going to be coming off the second night of a back-to-back. So hopefully we catch them a little bit tired. But this Wolves team, it looks like they're getting engaged, man, and they're getting going. Defense is still going to be their calling card. I do think there is a certain ceiling for their offense. It's not always going to be that well. Julius isn't always going to shoot that efficiently. Mm-hmm. But defense is still going to be how they win games. But, man, they looked a lot better offensively over the last couple of games. And that's exactly what you want to see if you're a Wolves fan from Julius Randle.
Yeah. Still through 3 games, 0 minutes for Dillingham or Shannon.
Baffling. It doesn't really make any sense to me. And they're not even running Joe Ingles all that much either. We're running with a really short lineup here. I don't know what Finchie needs to see from Dillingham to get him in the game. But Mike Conley he's been Mike Conley-ish, but he does look... I'm not trying to criticize him. He's in his 18th year. He looks a little bit more like he's in his 18th year this year, and I'd love to see Dillingham come off the bench and take some of that playmaking responsibility away from Mike Conley. But hey, Dante DiVincenzo's been playing really well. I think he had his best game as a Wolves in his early Wolves career against the Raptors. So they're finding ways to make plays. Jaden McDaniels is even getting the ball a little bit more and finding guys. So. But I would love to see Dillingham out there, and I think that he's going to be a key piece if the Wolves want to continue to progress and get better, especially with a guy like Mike Conley. He's a little bit old, man. So, thank you, Guy. Let's get Dillingham in there.
Guy. Where'd you go, Guy?
Wait, who was that?
That's Chris Farley.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Gopher football crushed Maryland on Saturday for Gopher homecoming, 48-23. Brosmer, a season high in both yards and touchdowns. He had 320 yards and 4 scores. 2 to Jackson, 2 to Spencer. Darius Taylor, 81 yards on the ground and a touchdown as well. So the Gophers up to 5-3. Maryland falls to 4-4. Dragan Kesich, your squad has won 3 straight, and you are at Illinois. And Brett Bielema on Saturday, and Bielema, I believe, is 9-0 all time against the Golden Gophers. So the Gophers, not that you care about this part, are slight favorites on DraftKings. They're 2-point favorites. You guys are favored on the road against a top 25 team, against a coach you've never beaten.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That is crazy. But, we're a very connected team. We're a team that's hungry, and we're a team that's ready to go play. It's going to be fun. I can't wait.
And they just got smoked by Oregon, but Oregon's the number 1 team in the country, Benjamin. 38-9, Oregon beat Illinois.
Dude, I'm loving. I know, Hawk, you've kind of talked about this too, and you touched on it. This year's college football season is awesome because you just don't know who's gonna end up out of this whole expanded playoff. Who's gonna end up out on top? Because there's Oregon right now does seem like the most complete team, but yet they're not facing. It's not like we've seen them against Alabama and Georgia and Tennessee and some of the premier what you would think is the premier teams. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that playing Illinois at home against the number 1 ranked team that they were going to get blown out a little bit. But as we expand or we go into the end of the college football season, I don't even know who you put the money on, and then these are going to be at neutral sites. I don't know how we're going to look at this and call this. It's just going to be super exciting. And I'm hoping because of the playoffs, and we've wanted this for so long. Yeah. I hope it's not one of the blue bloods that win it.
Yeah, just something random.
I hope it's just something random.
Go Indiana.
That it's so weird. Much like it's March Madness, where you just don't know. Some team gets hot, and you're like, oh, wow, I can't believe that Indiana is going to win the national championship.
Right. Dragan, take the Gophers out so you don't have to be in a weird spot. If you can't answer Gophers, best team in the country you've seen so far, even if it's not somebody you've played, just on TV or whatever. Who's the team that you would think would win the whole thing if it was right now?
That's a good. See, I don't want to say Oregon because I say Oregon. A lot of people say Oregon, and I get roasted for it. But
you're right.
I want to say Oregon, but
You like them better than Georgia or not?
I don't know. I really like Texas at first. I thought Texas was going to steamroll everybody, but then who'd they lose to? They lost to Georgia, right?
Yeah, they lost twice.
Georgia,
now.
Yeah. So, I mean, Georgia's looking pretty good. After that, because they lost to Alabama, and that was a really good game. So, I mean...
No, Alabama looks very beatable all of a sudden,
correct.
too.
Yeah, so Kirby Smart knows what he's doing. That's for sure. So, I mean, I think Georgia's a dangerous team. Indiana as well. Indiana's a sleeper. You know, they're blowing teams out. I think they have the most points scored in all of college football. So, I mean, that's a team you got to look out for, too. So, I think there's just a lot of good teams. Like the top 25, everybody's good. So,
Who's the best kicker in college football?
He's sitting right here. Dragan Kesich,
Looking at him. Love it.
Mike Mussman?
No chance.
Yeah, who knew?
Mus, you ever try kicking it?
Yeah.
In high school?
He
were you-
kicks it old school.
Yeah. I'm a drop kicker more than anything.
drop kicker.
Yeah.
Good for
You
you.
got to teach me because I don't know. I got to expand my abilities. I can't really do that. Really.
It's fun. I like it.
Must I pictured you as the straight-on kicker.
Oh, yeah. Just,
boot.
Yeah. Just putting on my Red Wings.
Yeah, put on your just the toe boot, just do,
Gun to your head, Mus.
Yes.
Weird hostage situation. How
Okay.
far do you think you could kick a field goal?
Oh, boy.
Could you kick it from 20 yards out?
Yeah, I think I can kick from 20.
What about 30?
No line, right? No line in front of me?
Yeah, nobody trying to block it, just-
Oh, wait a minute. You're saying at the 20-yard line or a 20-yard field goal?
20-yard field goal.
20-yard field goal. Yeah, I could do it. I think I
What
can
about
hit
30?
30, I'm starting to get into that little bit of a stressor there, but, I'll take McAfee's money.
How far is the McAfee kick?
I think it's NFL PAT, so 33 yards.
33.
Yeah.
How many? What percentage of kids actually hit that?
I
1 out of
10 maybe. Did
Yeah.
you see the last guy? He tore his ACL warming up.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me?
He went to get a warm-up swing and he tore his ACL. Some older guy. Yeah.
Did he catch some dirt? Is that what happened?
He just swung
Probably
and
the
just
plant
his
leg.
plant foot slipped
Yeah,
and then
I
it was
knew it. Yeah.
stuck back here and he just tore his ACL.
Oh, my God.
That's so
I
embarrassing.
would have
so
laughed.
unfortunate.
I would have laughed and pointed.
I know.
Oh, sure.
Unfortunate.
That's
Yeah.
worse than just missing the kick just horrifically,
Correct.
right? You're just falling apart physically before you even swing.
Yeah, who's the kid on the Simpsons that's,
Yeah, right.
Nelson.
Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. On game day, we have a thing. It's called Kick It for Chicken. Where a fan comes out and for Chick-fil-A, they kick a field goal and it's a 13-yard field goal.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen anybody make it yet.
No kidding.
it is way harder than people think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's
It's
way harder.
just funny, yeah.
We got Ohio State at Penn State this weekend. How about
that's
that?
a huge one.
11
4
a.m.,
versus
right?
3. Yeah,
At
man.
Penn State?
At Penn State.
I'll take Penn State on that one.
Oh, so you're a Penn State believer, right? The Gophers' final home game this year is
I'll do $100
against
bucks
number
with you.
30 Penn State.
You gonna do a
Oh, that's
$100?
I'll do
Saturday,
100 with
too.
you.
What's the spreado?
I don't know.
Give me
What's
2
the
seconds
lino?
here. DraftKings has Ohio State and Penn State. Ohio State, even though it's at Penn State, Ohio State is a 4-point favorite.
Come
Yeah,
on.
I'll put 100 on it.
I can't
Let's
give
go,
you 4
Hawk.
points,
Come on.
buddy.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Gambling's the best.
All right, I'll do it.
Do it, yes.
Done.
All right, so Chris has Ohio State -4
That's
for
right. I'll
$100.
do it.
Ben has Penn State at home +4.
Here's the breakdown, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. Oregon's number 1. They're 8-0. Georgia's number 2. They're 6-1. Then Penn State, Ohio State, Miami's up. They're 8-0. I didn't even realize
Yeah,
they were 8-0.
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Miami's cruising too.
I had no
Their
idea they were
quarterback
8-0.
is a dude.
Cam Ward, yeah.
How bad is Florida State? Can you believe how bad they are? They're 1-7, man. Anyway, that's who Miami beat this weekend. That's why I brought it up. Texas is number 6 at 7-1. I guess they've only lost 1. Tennessee, they're number 7. Notre Dame, number 8. BYU's 8-0. They're number 9. Texas A&M's number 10. Clemson at 6-1 and 11. Iowa State at 7-0. The number 11 team in the country, just ahead of Indiana, who's 8-0.
Ben, try this. Let's see. I'm going to test your college football knowledge. And if you get it wrong, I'm going to let Dragan guess.
Okay.
According to DraftKings, who is the favorite to win the 2024 Heisman Trophy? I'll give you one guess, and if you get it wrong,
Is he in
we'll
the
see
room
if
with you
Dragan
right now?
can pick up the old
We'll
slack.
probably say Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. That is incorrect. Dragan, take a shot at it.
Okay, it could be the Genti guy or Dylan Gabriel. I'm going to go with Dylan Gabriel.
That is the correct answer. Dylan Gabriel of Oregon is your favorite at +260, right ahead of Cam Ward from Miami, then Travis Hunter of Colorado, And then Ashton, however the hell you say his last name, Genty from Boise State, the running back.
That kid,
Unreal.
man.
He's crazy. He's unreal.
I'm surprised he's that far back.
Yeah.
Me too.
So yeah, Gabriel. Yeah, but Oregon's so dominant. Again, people have been arguing this for years, right? It should just be like a quarterback award and then a separate award because quarterbacks win it like 90% of the time.
Yeah, the Maxwell Award is the quarterback award, and it's like, well, that you guys have your own award. The Heisman should be the best player in college football. I don't know how you can't look at Genty or Travis Hunter and not say that they're the best. I mean, they're freakishly athletic.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they just what Travis Hunter does is remarkable. I don't know how he does it. I mean, you have
Is he still by? He plays both sides, right?
Yeah, he's bi-positional. You've got Anthony Richardson over here that's
You're canceled, Muss.
pulled himself out of games because he's tired.
He's a football player.
He's tired. And then Travis Hunter never gets off the field.
Yeah.
He plays every single snap on offense and defense. And makes plays.
He should just kick or punt just to show off.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing.
Does he
do all
play
three.
special teams? Do we know that?
I have no idea.
I doubt it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is that the only time he takes a break?
It might be, yeah.
Does he return kicks or punts? I mean, he's probably the most dynamic option at returning, too. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't think he does.
And who did they play the other night?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati leaves him wide open, huge clutch part of the game, and he just trots down the field, and the corner and the safety just leave him alone. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
The ball's going to go there.
He's the solution.
And it's not like he's just half-assing on either side of the ball. Like
No,
he had
he's making plays.
153 yards for 2 touchdowns.
Oh, speaking of freaks, before we wrap up sports and then come back and do headlines, speaking of freaks, what a season for the freshman Coy Parrish, right? That guy is everywhere. And I was telling Ben, his interception on Saturday, sure, it's a gimme, right? Because it was a terrible throw.
Yeah.
But his instinct to immediately spin and then turn into a position player and bob and weave like a running back. What a freak athlete that kid is.
Yeah, he's like the most quiet kid you'll ever meet, but once he gets on the field, he's a totally different animal. And I'm happy he's on our team. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Hell of a returner,
now,
too.
again, this is the world we live in. Now let's just hope he stays on our team. That sucks that's even a thing that we have to worry about. But he's so good.
Yeah.
That my guess is the offers are going to be coming from every team in the country. So it just sucks that now we have to worry about him not going to the NFL, but just leaving.
Yeah.
That sucks.
He's a Minnesota kid. He'll stay home.
Yeah,
He'll stay home.
the thing is, Minnesota's not in a situation, especially defensively for defensive backs. If you're a running back, a wide receiver, or defensive back in this system with this team, you're going to get nationally known.
Correct.
I mean, the precedent's already been set. There's already a reputation built with what Fleck's doing. I don't think that if he's looking for more attention, I don't think that he needs to really go anywhere. He's going to get the attention that he deserves. Now, if it comes down to money, that might be an issue.
That might be the problem.
But if he's looking to increase his draft stock, I don't think that you can find another spot that's going to prop you up any higher.
Right.
100%.
All right, one final segment of the Power Trip Morning Show. More with Dragan Kesich, Mike Mussman, Ben Leber. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Oyster Boy and By the Lake. Local music on the Power Trip Morning Show.
The Fan.
Hey, everybody. Here we go. The further adjustments in Burnout Effigy. Power Trip Morning Show. Here we go. Final segment. Check us out at KFAN.com/watch. Ben?
Yeah?
There's an actual article on Vice with the following headline. NFL teams eat a ridiculous amount of Uncrustables during the
so
season.
Stupid. I hate it. I don't know why.
80,000 of these things.
And I know Pete Bursich is going to just hate me for this because he loves them too.
Dude, I eat them so much, but I only eat them on the football plane.
I know.
Football plane.
I wish the plane was shaped like a football. That would be awesome. It kind of is. The fact that the NFL has embraced this whole thing as if it's like some sort of health food or something, it drives me crazy.
Is there an NFL tie? Is there a sponsorship involved or not?
I don't know.
Or is it just a coincidence that everybody loves them?
I think, all these nutritionists and the people that set all of the food parameters for these teams. They all talk, right? So it's like it's become a thing in the last couple of years, and it's just grown exponentially. That now there's Uncrustables. There was at the stadium.
Yeah, I know. How awesome
for the media.
I know.
They have Uncrustables out there.
It's the best.
I've never had one.
And that's fine. It's for like
You've never had one?
No.
I have some in my bag downstairs in my car.
You stole them from the football plane.
For the football plane. Yeah. Are they like glazed?
No. They are. Don't get me wrong. They are fantastic.
What are you, a hick?
It's basically white Wonder Bread. Peanut butter and jelly, but copious amounts of each peanut butter and jelly, right? And then they press it and take the crust off. Yeah. So it's just like crimped sides all the way around.
Did you think they were donuts?
I just thought that
that's it.
I would put a glaze on that.
Oh yeah, you would.
And that explains so much about Michael J. Mussman III.
Plus,
They're Uncrustables, no crust.
Right.
Yeah.
Dragan, do you guys have them on the college football plane?
Oh yeah, we have them in our weight room up in our players' lounge, and let me tell you, they go.
They go so fast.
They go.
The thing that drives me crazy though, it is so bad for you. It is so bad for you.
But they taste so good.
I know.
They taste so good.
But it's
But they got to be healthy. They're on the
they're
football
not
plane.
healthy at all.
We burn it off at practice. So it works out.
They burn it off,
you don't.
Ben. Leave them alone.
It drives me crazy that these players. It's like these. It's like.
Do you eat these when you're doing?
No, I don't.
You won't even touch them.
I won't touch them. But like, it does drive me crazy too that these guys are like, I got to have my Skittles on the sideline. I've got Starburst on the sideline. It's like, God, you guys are just such bad representations of what professional athletes should be with health.
Look at DK Metcalf. He eats nothing but candy, and he's an Adonis.
Quick carbs.
Stupid.
Yeah.
He's
doing something right.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm an Adonis.
Yeah, I want to be like DK Metcalf. That's why I eat Starburst.
I don't know. I think just like if you like just want to have them available, and if the media wants them, if the other people on the plane that are not performing want them, but the fact that they sort of advocate these players like, no guys, it's okay, and it's okay to have 10 of them at a time. No, it's not.
Carbo load.
No, it's not.
Carbo load.
Like
Every
before a
time.
5K.
And Ben, this is why you're so upset. You've seen it. Every time PA gets up from a seat, he brings us back about 6 of them.
And the thing is, I have no problem. I have no problem if you're a non-player, eat as much as you want.
Yeah, you doughy media types.
eat as much as you want, right?
Yeah.
But if you're a player and if you're like one of the nutritionists on the team, I don't know how you can actually advocate for these guys to eat this crap. It's junk. It's like, go ahead and get on the plane and just have junk food all day long. All day long.
I didn't know I was touching such a...
Really?
It is
Uncrustables.
Obviously, it's driven me nuts for a while.
I eat difficult conversations for breakfast.
To get it off my chest.
Oh, my God. It's the best ever. I found one that I don't know how long it had been in the bottom of my bag. It was folded over, and it looked like it had been in a car crash.
Yeah.
Still tastes good, though.
I don't know.
That's right.
I obviously hold the athletes to a higher standard.
Sure.
And if you are going to get ready to perform at the highest level in 18 to 24 hours, whatever, eating 20 Uncrustables is not the way to get ready for the game.
Check this out. Audra Martin just texted me, and Hawk and just said, Uncrustables are on the Twins charter, too. I hoard them like crap.
I know. It's become this, like, whatever Uncrustables has done to get into the athlete's world, it is remarkable. I think guys clamor for more Uncrustables than any other snack item that they offer. And there hasn't been like a big open marketing scheme. It's not like we see commercials for it.
No, not at all.
There's nothing that's gone viral on TikTok or whatever.
It just happened.
It just has sort of like organically happened. And good for Uncrustables. Whoever, Smuckers, I don't know who owns Uncrustables. But they are killing it with the professional athlete.
Maybe that's why the Colts quarterback had to just sit one out. Just too many Uncrustables.
Well, he probably had one on the sideline to get more energy or something. I don't know.
You know what I'm realizing right now? I bought a box of them at Cub Foods one time, and they sat in my freezer or whatever, and I never opened the box. But I eat them like they're going out of style.
Oh, when they're free like that? Are you kidding me?
You know what you got to do, though? You got to get it out of the freezer. You can put them in the freezer.
Yeah.
And then put it in the toaster.
Yeah.
So that's like
straight from
I
the
haven't
freezer.
done
Yeah.
that.
So that's like hot on the outside, but then when you bite into the peanut butter and jelly, it's cold.
No.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh,
Let's do it right there.
Yeah.
So what other options do the Gophers have? It sounds like Uncrustables are in the mix. Are you talking weight room or on the flight and all that stuff?
On the flight, it's more of like, so we get Chick-fil-A before we get on the flight. So
we do too now.
Yeah. But so we have strawberry and grape Uncrustables. Then you got like Lay's chips. You got like protein bars. You got those like Ritz peanut butter crackers, protein shakes, like gummy worms, gummy bears. Like
Again, it's all junk. It drives me so crazy.
It's like trick or treating.
College guys.
yeah. I mean, we got like bananas and apples and stuff. But like before practice, you want like a quick like energy burst. They got like those like waffles, the energy waffles and stuff like that. Energy bites.
How do you feel about those energy waffle things?
What's the brand of
What are the energy
Stroop
waffle
waffle?
things?
Like the Stroop waffle?
Yeah, no,
things?
I don't know what
the
they're called
Kodiak
either, but I know
waffle?
what he's talking
Honey
about.
things.
Yeah, like the honey waffle things.
Yeah, honey waffles. So yeah.
Hold on, I gotta look
The Stinger brand?
Stinger, yeah.
That's
Stinger.
it. Thank you.
I mean,
Indifferent to them?
It's fine. I
You
mean,
don't hate them like Uncrustables.
No, I don't hate them like Uncrustables.
Gummy
I
worms?
think honey is I mean, if it's in this natural form, it's a great like energy source. I mean, I do like a little shot of honey before I go work out. I mean, it's a great
Same.
It's a great like it's a great energy source if you're going to go work out. But like I don't think that you need to be slamming honey 24 hours a day. I mean, it still gets broken down into its sugar.
You know what's weird is it says here there's 220 milligrams of sodium, and I don't taste that at all.
No, because they layer in like copious amounts of sugar in that.
Mr. Uncrustable.
That's good. So you have to leave, right?
I gotta go, yeah.
So can't you pitch like to Elizabeth and company on Twin Cities Live some kind of anti-Uncrustable segment? See, or the bidet segment with Zachary.
She would be down for sure. 'Cause
She's
we
anti-Uncrustable as well?
We would be lockstep with this.
Oh man,
Yeah.
turn that into a bit. I don't know.
I don't think I've ever
You got
seen you
something
so
there.
animated. You really got pissed off about this Uncrustable thing.
It's been sitting in there. Just yeah.
It's a thing now.
Yeah.
All right, Ben.
By all means, personal choice, have all the Uncrustables you want. Professional athletes, make better choices.
Yeah, like gummy worms.
Oh man,
Yeah, gummy worms.
Spencer Tollison says he makes French toast with them.
Oh my
That's
God.
what he said. He ain't kidding.
With Uncrustables?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of funny.
The
How do
thing
you
is, don't
do
get me
that?
wrong, they are freaking delicious. I know that.
Yeah.
But it's just not something that you need to have like 50 of if you're getting ready to play a football game.
What'd they do with all that crust, by the way? Where the hell's the crust?
I don't know. They make them into croutons. I don't know.
All right, Ben. Thanks, dude.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you on Thursday.
Man.
All right, should we do headlines? All right,
My favorite
let's
segment
do some
of all time.
nonsense.
Now it's time for
Headlines brought to you by our friends at Wolf River Electric. Go solar. Get some solar panels put on your house with the great people at Wolf River Electric. I did it like a month and change ago. It's awesome, and they're awesome people. Wolf River Electric.
Let's go.
A Sam's Club in Maryland. Maryland lost to the Gophers on Saturday, by the way. A Sam's Club in Maryland was closed on Friday due to a minor issue in the bakery. Apparently, somebody spotted a raccoon at the bakery going to town on some pastries.
Listen, man. He couldn't get any Uncrustables. And
Right.
he's pissed.
I guess.
I just
It was a
imagine kind of
Ratatouille
like the
situation.
raccoons from The Great Outdoors, where they're just sitting there giggling and
Swearing.
talking to each other. Yeah, and swearing. Yes.
Going through the trash cans.
Right,
As
absolutely.
raccoons tend to do.
Yes.
Yep. All right, it's time to play the game, Chris.
Was I
do-
even listening?
I do a story. You guys tell me where this took place.
All right, here we go. New episode of
Do we have
That's
to
So
buzz it,
Fun.
or do we just say
No,
it?
we'll just go around the room and see who gets the closest.
Okay.
A man in blank has pleaded no contest after he bit the fingertip off of a person at a wedding last year. He bit the fingertip off of a person at a wedding last year. Where did this happen? Michael J. Mussman III, you guess first.
Well, at first you're thinking Wisconsin, but do they have enough teeth to actually bite that finger? That was for Corey. No, I'm going to say it was in Wisconsin, though.
Okay.
Some spotted cows were had. Yeah.
You want to be more specific or not? Let's go city and state.
City and state? Milwaukee.
You're gonna say Milwaukee. Muss says Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hawk.
Ontario, Florida.
Ontario, Florida. There's an Ontario, Florida?
I don't know.
Sounds good. Max.
It sounds like a Tampa Bay bath salt situation. So we'll go with Tampa Bay.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Zachary.
Florida, Manitoba.
You're clever. I'm going to miss you next week. Dragan Kesich of the Gopher football team. Where do you think?
I'm going to say like Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee. One of you got it exactly correct.
Was it me?
It is not the one that guessed Florida, Manitoba. Sorry, Dragan. This is Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Moss nailed it. A man in Milwaukee pleaded no contest after he bit the fingertip off of a person at a wedding last year.
What? Normally I would go with Sheboygan because it's just funner to say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How'd you know that?
They just said funner.
Does it just say Milwaukee or does it say?
It says Milwaukee. Don't know if it's a suburb or not.
Wow.
Well, it's one of those
Respect. That's impressive.
Yeah, the old school game where you play and you have a story like that, and it's either Wisconsin, Florida, or Canada. So you just got to pick which one.
That's impressive.
Hey, remind me from 10 minutes ago, how did the Uncrustable thing come up?
They did a story on Vice about how many get eaten in the NFL per season.
Okay, because I just saw the number. Yeah, I didn't know if you had mentioned that 10 minutes ago or not. According to a new NFL report, players go through 80,000 Uncrustables a year. When you include games, practices, and training camps, the Denver Broncos apparently eat the most.
Yeah. Crazy.
Wow.
Weird.
That's a lot.
That makes sense with the proliferation of weed in Colorado that they always want Uncrustables, but I don't know if that really relates to the Broncos. Interesting. All right, let's play the game again.
All right.
That was awesome. I don't know how you did that.
I don't know how you did that either, Mus. That was unbelievable. All right, now I need the state that this took place. Pizzas made and sold at a blank pizzeria, that's the state, were, quote, unintentionally contaminated with THC. Okay. They were using an oil from another business and didn't realize it contained Delta-9 cannabis.
Delta-9.
So, a pizzeria in what state pizzas were made and sold that unintentionally were contaminated with THC? Mus, you nailed the last one. Go first.
It seemed there's some irony to the fact that the pizza that you would normally eat because you were high was the reason that you got high.
Right.
So,
right.
It's very cannibalistic. Cannibalistic. I'm going to go Florida.
You're going Florida. Hawk?
I'm going to go with Oregon.
You're going Oregon. Max?
The Delta 9 makes me feel like it was here. I'm going to say Minnesota.
You're going Minnesota. Zachary?
I saw it. You're not going to believe it, but I saw it.
Okay. Dragan, thanks for your honesty. Dragan?
Give me California.
California. Zach, why don't you let him know?
Wisconsin.
That's Wisconsin. Again. What is happening in your state?
What's going on in Wisconsin, dude?
Party time.
What? Jeez.
I love your honest reaction. Like you're like, "What? How could this happen?"
I don't know.
I respect changed, man.
Hey, I haven't been back there in a while. Who knows what's going on these past 5 years?
A Walmart store in Ohio is pressing charges against a former employee who was caught peeing on a pallet outside of the store filled with bags of potting mix.
In Wisconsin.
No. This one was Ohio. He peed on 72 bags of potting mix valued at over $400, but they are still not sure if he was drunk or if he just wanted to pee on some bags of dirt.
Right. That's a crazy amount of urine.
Wait,
that is a lot.
An employee? He was an employee?
Former employee, yeah.
That was just one sitting?
Wow.
That is a good question.
Man, I tell you what, I had a situation where I was driving home and I had to go to the bathroom real bad and I was holding it to get home. I don't know why. And I got home and I was standing there and I was like, oh my God, I think I may have broken it. It won't come out now. It took me, I'm going to have to call the cops or 911. And
I broke it.
I think I broke it. I held it too hard and now it's never going to come out.
Going back.
I broke it.
So, all right. So the line I just read is that he had been recently fired, so he wasn't working, right? So, but think about this. This he had to either be unbelievably dumb or drunk. If you're going to go back and pee on a store that just fired you, why would you pee in dirt that will like saturate the soil? Why wouldn't you pee on the grills or like something outside, like whatever, like
a hot dog roller thingy,
right? Whatever Walmart has outside. I guess I'm thinking more of like Home Depots or Lowe's that have like grills and like tractors that they display outside. I don't know what a Walmart has outside. Maybe that was all he could find.
Maybe the manager that fired him he loved potting soil so much.
Or pee on that
He's like,
guy's
"Take
car.
this, man."
Right.
Yeah.
If you know which car your former boss drove, pee on that guy's car. Why
Or
would you
truck.
Or truck.
SUV.
Those are vehicles you could sell to Luther. You know what vehicles are, right? Isn't that crazy?
Can I bring something up?
Oh, lordy.
What?
No, please. Yes. No,
Okay.
I'm excited. Let's
All
go.
right. My monster of a wife.
Yeah.
Now, when you're smooching, Corey.
When I'm smooching
When I'm
Corey.
kissing your wife?
Yeah, no, anybody.
Oh, anybody.
When you're smooching, do you have your eyes open or closed?
How many shots have I had?
Well, it's a simple question. I'm just saying,
And kissing, right?
Almost
Yeah.
always closed. Why?
always closed.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're supposed
Pretty
to
standard.
do. Yeah, get into the mode. My wife keeps her eyes open.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing. The only reason I know that is because, when you feel like someone's staring at you,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like, open my eyes and all there is one big eyeball.
I can is
It's
it possible?
terrifying.
Is it possible so that she doesn't forget who she's kissing?
Or do you think she's ever making out with you and then looking into your eyes going like, wow, this
Yeah.
is what I picked?
So many,
Just a
so many bad
constant reminder.
choices, and this is where I am. Yeah.
By the way, can we
she
talk
just
about
loves
what's
you.
going on or not?
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Congrats to your wife. It sounds like health-wise, everything is going the correct way.
Yeah, got to ring the bell. That was
for
really
her.
cool.
Thank
That was a
God,
lot.
man. That's great.
Yeah, that is a emotional thing, man.
I bet.
Well, even like before when we were going to treatments and stuff, see somebody else ring the bell. It's like that's a cool moment. Everybody in the entire room just like stands up and applauds, and it's just
love it.
yeah,
So
it's-
for now, 100% cancer-free, and
this point, yeah. So
that's outstanding news.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, no, it's
Congrats to her.
Oh, yeah, she
Even though
was
she's
fun.
an absolute monster of a
Oh
wife.
God, I know. If she
Yeah.
could just close her eyes when you smooch, my goodness. Okay, I ring a bell, whatever.
She just
Shut your
battled-
eyes.
She battled cancer. She can do whatever she wants with her eyes. Who cares? You're lucky she's kissing you at all.
It's creepy. Well, yeah, it had been a while since we had, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
It is weird, though, just out of context, you stopped the show to ask if I kiss with my eyes open.
Yeah, I just wondered.
Me specifically. You didn't even go around the room and ask Dragan or Max or Zach or Chris. You just said me. I'm like, are you taking notes or something?
No. Just,
Trolling for information? What's going on
with
over
meat
there?
sauce and the whole beady eye thing, I just, happened to glance your way.
Did you see that BDI got in an argument with a player from who were they playing?
That's Butthole Eyes.
Butthole Eyes.
That's
Yeah.
Butthole Eyes. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
they're playing the
beady eyes.
Panthers. Him
They're
and
playing the
JC
Panthers.
Horn.
Sean Payton. Yeah, I guess
Superstar quarterback.
Horn
He's
got
running
mad
up the
that he ran up the score with a not that you're running up the score, right? Stop it. But I guess he ran a fake play, like a fake field goal late.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, you're going to run up the score with a fake? Like, if you score on us, you score on us. But at that point in the game, you ran a fake. I have no idea if that's technically accurate. That's just what I read on Twitter. Just going to go with it.
Yep.
Trust everything you see on Twitter.
Trust everything you see on Twitter.
Exactly.
Halloween week for all of us. Dragan, does that do anything for you as a college kid or not?
We actually have a Halloween parade tonight at the facility for like all the kids. The kids sign up.
Oh, cool.
So I'm actually dressed as a slot machine.
Good thing Tim Nelson isn't around. You can dry hump the hell out of you. You don't know Tim Nelson, but it's very true. You're dressed as a slot machine.
It's me, Cody Lindenberg. Yeah, and then one of our trainers were like, you like pull a lever, and then we kind of just like, oh, and then bang, they win. We give them a piece of candy.
That's awesome, man.
creative.
Yeah.
But
nice.
2 years ago, it was funny because I was Gru from Despicable Me, and then there was like 10 guys who were dressed as minions.
Oh,
It was
that's
awesome.
sweet.
It was awesome. It was a great time. But yeah, it's a yearly thing Coach Fleck has, and today's the day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you're supporting kids with bracelets. You're doing
Yep.
charity work.
Yeah.
Man, your great grandfather survived a death pit.
Yeah.
And you're
But do you
about to
keep your
beat
eyes
Illinois.
open when you make out?
I do not.
Finally, you got around to asking the man. He thought you never were going to
I
ask.
was waiting for the question. I was just sitting here waiting for it.
Dragan, good to see you, dude. You're an awesome man.
Thanks
We
for
love having you on, dude.
We
It's
love having
fun.
you on. Thank you.
Good luck
Appreciate
the
it.
rest of the year.
Thanks, guys.
Tough stretch, dude, but you guys are playing well, so you
It's
never
gonna be
know.
fun.
Let's see
It's
what
gonna be
happens.
fun. Yep.
Gophers at Brett Bielema in Illinois on Saturday at 11 o'clock. Must
give
appreciate
your
the
wife
time,
an
man.
open-eyed kiss
absolutely,
for me, would you please?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, have a staring contest with her next time you make out with her.
That's awesome.
Thanks to everybody else. Mike Grimm, Ben Leber, Max, Zach. Sauce out for one more. I think he's back Wednesday. He's probably already in bed in Vegas anyway, so he's not missing much. He's probably pulling on Dragan's slot machine and seeing what happens. We're back tomorrow, 5:30 until 9 to noon. Up next, see you tomorrow.